Peace and blessings, everyone. Yours truly, Jimmy Williams, again, back with another awesome and exciting, highly motivated video. Guys, this whole Cryptex thing is just really blowing my socks off. And if you guys are a part of this already, you know what I'm talking about. You can feel the energy and the synergy. And guys, we're going on 1 million members strong worldwide, and this thing is taking off. I mean, I don't even know what to do with myself, but I made this video today, and several others to come after it. It's going to be on the power of leadership. Okay, I've been looking at my team as it's growing. We're growing pretty rapidly. We're about 35 members wide, and we are, we've got like, 70, 80 people already enrolled under us. But we're not growing as fast as we could grow if we all got the concept of what leadership really is. And so I wanted to take my time today, Sunday, okay, the first day of the week for me, and make this content for you guys to digest and dissect and ask questions in the comments on leadership. Okay, I'm going to talk to you what leadership means to me, how I became a leader, and how it will work for you in the group. All right. If you join Cryptex and you're not a leader yet, there's some things that I want to teach you and show you about the spirit of leadership and the habits of leaders and what it really looks like. All right. And that's how you're going to get people to sign up, not only sign up, but actually buy contracts. I can't tell you how many people that's in my downline and in my cross line. They're saying, I got 20 or 30 people signed up, but maybe 1 or 2 have contracts. Everybody else is sitting on the sidelines. They don't know why they're not buying contracts. And it's because the people you signed up, they don't understand something. And that's what I'm going to teach you, how to get them to understand and get more knowledge and information and motivation to act and get at least 1 contract. But if you don't develop into a leader, it's hard to get people to trust you. And that's most of the reasons why they don't come up with $100. Guys, I'm telling you, people pay $100 when they go out to eat. They go to Red Lobster and they blow $200 with a family. They blow $50, on a pay-per-view fight on a Friday night. They have the money, but are they motivated to give it or invest it in their own future? That's the question. And it's something about leadership that will get them to act. I know this because I've been in it a long time. Buckle your seatbelts. Let's get started. You're going to want to hear this. All right. So I made a little list here so I don't forget, I don't get sidetracked on leadership. All right. So the first thing we want to tackle is how to become a strong leader with Cryptex. And to answer that question, you have to understand that leadership is bigger than any organization or any company. You want to be a leader for the right reasons, bigger than Cryptex. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did and how I learned to be a leader I think will help you, okay? Number 1, leadership. Remember, leadership is not just talk. It's not. If you see a bunch of talkers and that's all they're doing is talking, they're on the internet, they don't have any proof to show that they built an organization or they have a real team that actually confides in them, then they're a guru. It's just lip service. The Bible talks about that too. A great talker is a great liar, right? Let me just tell you by example why I do what I do, and I'm going to lead right now by example and show you. I'm not going to tell you something that I'm not doing, okay? So let's just talk about my team personally, my team. I joined Cryptex 4 months ago. I sponsored 33 people personally. I got a few other people that are getting ready to sign up. Out of the 33 members, I have 12 of them that have active contracts. Myself, I have 30 as I'm recording this. I have 30 contracts. My wife has about 10. So we have 40 in our household. So 12 of them have active contracts. 1 of them have 56 contracts right now. 1 other person has 45 contracts. 1 of them has 16 contracts. 1 has 8 contracts. 3 of them have 3 contracts. 1 of them have 2 contracts, and I have 4 people that have 1 contract. So that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good group of people that's actually active. But I have 33 people that I've signed up. So you have, about 20 that haven't done anything just yet. They haven't signed up yet. But if you have at least 30% of the people that are actually have in your organization that have contracts, that's a good sign. So don't worry about that. So as a group, we have a total of 140 contracts between all 33 members, okay? And then I have 30 myself. So it's a total of 170 contracts. So as you can see, it's growing. And in 4 months, because I've done this so much with other companies, I think we're doing okay. We can be doing a lot better. But I wanted to show you that I actually do it before I start telling you about how to become a leader. So I actually do this, all right? Before I go any further, let me just say this to you. One of the main reasons I think you guys are not sponsoring people is you have the wrong method. What some of you are doing, you're going, hey, you know what? You can become rich without sponsoring anybody. All you got to do is just sign up and buy contracts. It sounds good, but it's the wrong approach. What you should do, and I've learned this by being in other companies, multi-level marketing companies, you name it, I did it, guys. I'm 50 years old, and most people wouldn't be proud to say they've tried 100 different things, but I'm one of those guys. I tried about 10 multi-level marketing companies and about 90 other companies. And in 2020, I had my first real success with my real estate business where we made $1 million, my wife and I. But it took us almost 30 years from the day I started my first company at 20 years old to make the kind of money that I want to make. All right. It took me a long, long time to do it. So let me just say this to you guys. What you need to do is have a totally different approach. Talk to them as if you're saying, you know what? I'm looking for a few people that have at least $1,000 to $3,000 to invest, that are willing to invest in your financial future, and you put the money in a system, a proven system that's been around 9 years, and just wait for 3 years and see if you can see how this will work for you when you cash out after 36 months. You're going to basically put the $1,000 or $5,000, whatever you have, you're going to set it and forget it. That's what you tell them. Hey, listen, if I can show you a way to take $1,000 investment and turn it into $500,000 in 3 years to help pay for your college education or your kids' education or to pay off your home or to retire your wife, you got to hit pain points. That's going to affect them and make them say, you know what, I want this for my family. That's how you find out what they're really about. You'll see if they can come up with $1,000. Trust me, guys, if the opportunity makes sense, they can come up with the money. So what you've done then is psychologically you've told them, listen, you have something that's going to make them so much more money than what they put out. Actually, $1,000 investment turning into $500,000. That's, guys, that's the 15 contract package for 36 months. That pays out $500,000. That's a 500x return. Again, that's a 500 times return. And if you dwell on that too much, sometimes they'll think, that's too much. That's not real. So you can just say it, wait for a response, and if they say, yeah, $500,000 is quite a bit of a stretch for $1,000 investment, but it's worth a shot. Yes, I have kids that need to go to college. I have a lot of debt. I want to bring my wife home from her job. I want to pay off my mortgage. Remember, it's all about them when you're trying to lead someone to join your organization. And I guarantee you, you're going to find people right off the bat that have $100, $500, or $1,000 to invest before they even sign up for Cryptex. Try that approach instead of just saying, hey, you can join for free and you can start buying contracts. Don't say that. Hey, do you have $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 to put in an investment that's going to turn around and give you a 10x return, 20x return, 100x return in 3 to 5 years? Something like that is going to move them to act. Use that method and I guarantee you'll get somewhere, okay? Number 2, being a leader is more, again, like I said before, than just trying to be a leader for a specific company. Now, Cryptex has been really good to me. I've been in 4 months. They've paid me almost $3,500 in commissions, guys. $3,500 just for sharing this with other people. And small dramatic pause. You do not have to be a leader to be a millionaire with this company. You can go out and buy your 80 contracts at 7 years. And there's several videos on this. I talked about it. And another friend of mine who's a very sharp guy, he talks about it in one of his videos. But you get 80 contracts at 7 years. You by yourself, you're going to net over $130 million because each contract's worth like $1.8 million when they cash out. So you don't have to be a leader to get rich in this company. But when you want to lead others, you're inspiring other people to do what you're doing and to change lives. It's all about lives. Then you want to learn how to be a leader outside of just a company. And that goes a long ways because, guys, remember, me, myself, what you don't know about me is I've been a leader for a long time. I'm big in real estate. I have a big real estate team, a real estate Facebook group that has like 35,000 members in it. I have a YouTube channel. I have some other platforms where I teach and coach how to start a real estate company, how to do wholesaling, how to do fix and flip, how to do buy and hold. And guys, what I've learned is I always learn to do business with integrity. I've learned in the beginning that when you're honest with folks, they'll be honest with you. If you hide things, they'll hide from you. And people that follow you, they generally follow a person that's doing the work as opposed to somebody who's just talking about it. I mean, again, those are gurus that are just talking and telling you to buy this course and buy that course, right? But You know, you lead by integrity and by example. Be willing to go out there and do it yourself. Here's what I realized. When I started being a real estate coach in 2019, I kept telling everybody to buy my wholesale course and buy this course and do. Nobody was buying nothing. But the more I started doing wholesaling and getting on the phone and getting the rejection from buyers and sellers, and I couldn't get deals done, and I began to make videos and talk about it and explain to folks, this is how you do it, the more people followed me. The Bible talks about that in the kingdom of heaven. He says, whoever does and teach the kingdom will be the greatest in the kingdom. Yahushua HaMashiach said that. When I say Yahushua HaMashiach, that's the Hebrew word for Jesus Christ, right? Yahushua said it himself. If you're the least in the kingdom, you're going to be the person that just talks about it and doesn't do it. And people see that. And that goes a long ways in the financial realm. Real estate, finance, business funding. If you are a motivational speaker, if you're a leader in a company, a CEO, even in Cryptex, guys, don't just talk about it. You've got to do the work, and people follow true leaders like that. Those are the best leaders. And so what I did was when I got in, I buckled down and started working hard at it. And I began to, listen to this, guys. I began to bring in people in this business with Cryptex who I've been showing business opportunities and been leading for a long time. For example, the top guy, his name's, I can't give his name for privacy reasons, but he's a really good friend of mine. I've been knowing him 6 years, and he joined me, one of my businesses, back in 2019. He's been following me in real estate and everything that I do. And so when I say, hey, listen, you need to get over here and you need to invest $3,000 in Cryptex. And he has 56 contracts and counting. Someone else, one of my spiritual mothers, I've been knowing her about 10 years. She started out working with me in my business. 10 years ago, I said, Mother, you need to try this. Without question, she went and bought the contracts. Why? Because I had established myself as a leader and they trusted me. And several others did the same thing, guys. Half the people that have contracts with me, they've been knowing me for 5 or 6 years, 7 years. They've seen me offer other opportunities. They've been in my other companies, et cetera, and they believe what I do because I did it by example. In fact, something happened a while back where I had a business opportunity for some people and they put some money and they invested in my company. This was back 3-4 years ago. And the third party who I was working with turned out to be a scam artist. So some of these folks lost 5 and 10 and 15,000. One individual lost like $50,000 with my company. And I had to go back and get on the phone as like a man, not a coward, and say, hey, listen, I lost this money. We lost it. The third party was a scam. I'm going to find a way to pay you back. Well, needless to say, I couldn't pay them back because my business took a hit after making, $1 million between 2020 and 2022. In 2023, we lost everything. So I had to find other ways to re-inspire and keep my word with them. So when Cryptex came around, I said, listen, guys, get involved with Cryptex, get started. I'm going to help you get a contract or two so you can get the money back that you lost. Now, some of these folks, they only lost at $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000, but some lost $30,000, some lost $50,000, right? And so I kept my word. I sent them the opportunity, and most of them signed up. And they got contracts, and now, because I was there for them, they're there for me now. They're getting contracts for themselves as well. So they're gonna 10x, 100x, 500x their investment because I didn't lead them. What am I saying to you guys? Lead by example. If something happens and something goes bad, sideways, you don't back away. You don't leave the people that you're leading. You got to stay there and stick it out. So if you're a Cryptex leader and you want to really grow this thing, you want to start seeing people buy contracts, be there for them. Get on conference calls, get on meetings, do one-on-ones, start a Facebook group like what we have and build that camaraderie and trust. Trust is earned, respect is earned. It's not given. All right. That's all I'm going to say on that. Number 3, leaders, the best leaders. And I got to close now because I'm going here. There's so much I can give you, but I have to go. Leaders, guys, the best leaders and the ones that I think are really the most powerful. I'm talking globally. I'm talking, no, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's politics, social injustice, you know what I mean? Gamers, people like Tony Robbins, those guys, and myself. I put myself in that because I look at myself as someone who has been through the fire. When it comes to true leadership, nothing stops a true leader. Nothing. And it's almost like people look at you and they go, well, this guy must be crazy. He's bipolar. He's mental, because they'll see me lose something right? Lose a business opportunity, lose $1 million, and have all these failures. I mean, failure after failure after failure. And it's almost like in my mind, I'm not a failure. I only fail when I quit. The best leaders don't quit. It's a thought process. You have to transform your mind for success. And the heavens with the naysayers, right? I don't care what they say. They can't stop me. True leaders understand that nobody can stop them but them. No matter what people say, we just don't stop. And that makes some people irritated. I have family members, people that look me in the eye and say that, they trust me and they respect me and all that. But behind my back, if something goes wrong and they see something that I do that fails, they'll quit and they'll say bad things about me. And this is going to happen to you guys. They're going to turn their back on you. But it doesn't matter what they think. As long as you don't think it about yourself and you keep going, it's like no sweat off our back. I can tell you right now, guys, with Cryptex, people are looking right now, people that know me. They're seeing that the net worth is going up. They're seeing my team growing. In their mind, they're going, this guy must be crazy. I just saw him lose this. I saw him fail. And he's still going. We don't stop. That's the key to success. Look at failure as a stepping stone to your success. Don't quit no matter what. If you read this book, Think and Grow Rich, my most famous book and the most precious book and the best book is the Holy Bible. But my number 2 is Think and Grow Rich, all right, by Napoleon Hill. And he said one of the characteristics of people that fail is they quit. Successful people don't quit. It's just a stepping stone. Guys, I'm telling you, looking at a guy that failed over and over again. But I refuse to stop. Quitting is not an option for successful people. If you're going to be a leader in Cryptex, you want people to follow you. Remember, they follow the leader. And they will grow in Cryptex as they follow the leader. And see, you do it by example. Be there for them. Refuse to throw in the towel when it gets tough. And it doesn't look like it's working. You're not bringing in people in your organization. Which again, you don't have to make money and be rich. But if you want to be an inspiration and bring in so many other people, you have to learn how to grow yourself. Grow your mind. Or you're going to work your behind. And that's not mine. I got that from another guy. But what I mean by that is grow your mental capacity, your mental modus operandi, how you think, and grow the way you think, so you can understand that working smart and building by reading books and going to seminars and getting the mentorship you need, it's going to help you grow much faster and stronger, because you're going to get paid and you're going to earn income at the level of your communication. Communication doesn't mean you're a great speaker. It just means you know how to communicate well. And people are getting it. And when you communicate to people that are beneath you or beside you or above you, when I say that, I mean like in organizations, not that anyone's beneath you, but in an organization, they respect you more the better you can communicate with them. That's what this is. Cryptex is an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. Learn to grow yourself first. Okay? Find yourself a mentor. And if you really need mentorship, I don't do it a lot anymore, but you can contact me. I'll leave my information. And if you're looking for a leadership coach, I can help develop you. And I do charge for it because my time is very limited. That's entirely up to you. I'll be there to help you get there. Otherwise, do it through my videos and all my content online, my ebooks, etc., etc. But that's pretty much it. I'm saying goodbye to you right now until I get to the next video, because there's so much more I got to share today. I believe in you. But to build your Cryptex business, you have to believe in you. Stop for a moment. Think about what I just said. This is the most precious thing you have in your physical body. It's called the mind. All right, so goes the mind, so goes everything else. Transform that mind of yours. That's Romans chapter 12. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind, which is the perfect and acceptable will of the Most High. And you're going to get there. All right? I'll see you at the top. Take care. Bye-bye.